welcome to Early Late Nights, the show that has its own seasonal changes, such as can Ciaran remember to turn on his mic when the show starts, and other editing faux pas. Hello, I'm Ciaran Marchant, and this is Early Late Nights Explosion Network's #1 gaming news show. We come to you live each and every Tuesday and Friday at 6:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Where we get to go through the events of the week, the gaming news, and see what the bloody hell is going on, because boy oh boy, do we have a great week ahead of us. So, in this episode, we are going to be going over IEM Sydney that has just started today. We're going over some of the high points of that, and giving you the latest updates, as well as talking about the test event that's happening for Souls Remastered, the Overwatch news that happened today, as well as a special Red Dead Redemption 2 Reacts right here on the show. Something a bit new for the show, which I'm excited for. Rounding it off with the good old-fashioned Early Late Nights Gaming Spotlight, where we're going to shine in on somebody a little special today and say thank you to them. So, without ado, because we've got plenty ahead of us. So, let's get right in. Yes, Ashley, we are admitting our problems. IEM Sydney is the Counter-Strike international tournament that's happening in Sydney right now. That's why it says Sydney in the tournament name. We've got the whole Counter-Strike event. The Counter-Strike world is kind of turned to Sydney right now, watching it, which is fantastic for the Australian esports team. This is part of ESL's international tour. They're pretty much touring around, going to different countries. They might not always have the best CSGO spotlight on it, and giving players from around the world a chance to be part of these big tournaments. The tournament is running today, May the 4th. Be with you. It's Star Wars Day, people. May the 4th through to May the 6th. Today it started at, I believe, 1:30 the pre-show started, or no, 2:30 the pre-show started, and is going on right now. But don't leave. Stay with me, please. Stay with me for a little bit, and then come back, and then go back later. As well as every other day, it goes through till late. The grand final for the event starts 3 p.m. on Sunday. This event is fantastic for us. It has a $310,000 prize pool, which is fantastic and almost close to unheard of here in Australia. And it's a great thing to see for the Australian esports scene. It's so good, not just for Counter-Strike players, but for esport players in general. And if you're not involved with esports too much, you might not realise what this really means for us. In many ways, the Australians are always the underdogs in every esport, pretty much, unless we're playing against ourselves. Even against ourselves, both teams are the underdogs. Underdogs? Underdogs. It's me, the underdog. No, the underdogs, somehow. But in these, it's, we're getting to the point in esports history where Australia needs a team to step up and really lead the way and show that Australia can compete with other countries in these games, and that, we're not always the plucky underdogs that, fight through a couple rounds and then get knocked out before the finals. And that's what I hope IEM Sydney can show for us, because it's a fantastic event. It's being held at the Sydney, I believe it's at the Opera House itself, where there is several, I think there's 3 Aussie teams still remaining in the tournament. There was a group stage that's run throughout the week. There's already delivered fantastic scenes and moments for players. I've seen I've seen quite a lot of people that have been talking about Counter-Strike and really getting involved with IEM. It's a fantastic event. And if you want to see what it's all about, check it out throughout the weekend. It's on Twitch. I believe it's on the main page of Twitch at the minute. I'm going to stop advertising for another channel. I need to stop advertising. Oh, God! No. But please go over and support them. Show them some love. Show them that, Australia deserves it. We've got the Aussie hopes and dreams are setting with the Renegades team, even though Order are showing that they can hang around with the best in the world. But Renegades it's a weird thing, because they're an Australian team, but they had to move to America a couple of years ago to be able to, properly compete and take part, because Australia, our infrastructure is freaking terrible. It's so bad. And on top of that bad infrastructure, we have we don't have the capacity or the pull to get players involved with Australian esports, and we really need that. We need a reason for international teams to compete. Australia isn't a guaranteed lock-in when a major event is announced for international teams, because it's a lot of money and a lot of time they have to invest in coming here, getting used to the time differences and getting used to everything. So I'm really happy that ESL is supporting Australian esports more. ESL came out and they contacted Dota 2 members. They've contacted Counter-Strike members. They've been getting more involved with the esports scene of Australia. It's, it's time that gamers and Australian gamers and esports participants step up and really show what they've got and really give it their all to be the best, like no one ever was. Damn straight. If you are interested in Counter-Strike or you got any moments you want me to check out, tweet at me at your boy Ringo. Post it in the chat because we do allow links. And I'll check it out after the show. Moving right along to our second story of the night. Are you a fan of the Dark Souls series? I'm terrible at them, if you probably haven't figured out just by my general presentation. I'm not the greatest video gamer. And I don't know how you'd know. You probably know. As somebody just said in chat, Ciaran's only worth 1 bit. I'm only worth the 1 bit. No, I'm not. I'm worth the follow. Follow us. Like us. Like me, please. But back to Dark Souls. The remaster is coming out May 25th, which is coming quite fastly, I was going to say. Quite quickly. It's coming along quite quickly, and it's a fantastic moment. I'm going to try and jump in on this one. I'll probably stream it a little bit and be freaking terrible and die a lot and cry and cry and cry. But that's okay. It's fine, I tell you. But if you haven't already seen on the PlayStation Live and the PlayStation Live store, the PlayStation Store and the Xbox Live Marketplace, you can actually download a test for the Dark Souls servers on May 11th and May 12th. There will be tests running throughout those times, starting at 8 o'clock in Australia on the 11th. Where they'll be testing the server load and getting in. It's all free. It's all free, and you can participate, have a go, use it as a chance to try out Dark Souls, get more of a feel for it before you jump into the remaster. It excites me the most on the remaster that it's available on Switch. It's available only, the test is only on PlayStation and Xbox. Sorry, PC players and Switch players, you don't get a test. Probably because PC players, it's just going to work because PC and Switch, well, yeah, Switch. Nintendo Online, ugh. Anyway, we're not getting into that. So please check it out. I'm excited for Dark Souls. This game gets talked about if you watch any top 10 lists or top 5 lists. We haven't mentioned it in our top 5 yet, I don't think, but if you can show that, where am I up to? I've lost my position of thought. My thought train, because Dylan is currently in chat shit talking Overwatch. I hate you, Dylan. Overwatch is great. Sometimes, next week, I'll be back to streaming like normal, without Overwatch as much. But currently, I'm loving Overwatch, as you'll see in a moment in a couple topics. But Dark Souls is always appearing in lists. It's always appearing as, the hardest bosses, or the most iconic bosses, or some of the best gaming moments. And I want to try it and at least say I've given it my shot. I have enjoyed it when I played my couple hours in Bloodborne, but Dark Souls is a very different game. Part of me thinks the Dark Souls playstyle might be a bit better for me because, with Bloodborne, it has to be very quick-paced, very dodging and rolling, where Dark Souls you can more block. I think that might be my playstyle more. But we'll see. We'll see as that develops forward, as that grows, as the remaster comes out and you see me on stream, if I'm any fucking good. Are you excited for Dark Souls? Let me know as always. And fuck you, Dylan. I'm talking about Overwatch. I'm talking about it. Overwatch is here. Overwatch has just come out with a new update today, adding the new Rialto map, which is the daytime version of the map that came out for the Retribution event. It looks fantastic. I haven't tested it out on the PTR. There was a lot of balancing issues needed for that map, so I'm interested to see if it's been balanced, if it still favors one side very heavily than the other, but it'll be good to see. Also, Hanzo, that fucking shitty fucking ninja man, whatever the hell he is, I don't know, he's got a bow. Can ninjas have bow? Do ninjas have bow? Who am I? What am I doing? I don't even know. Hanzo has been changed over. He has had his scatter shot removed, so he now has Stormbow, which lets him fire 6 arrows at it's like full pullback, but 80 damage per arrow really quickly within like 6 seconds, which is really cool. He gets a little bit of a dash or a leap. I think it's called like a leap. We're leaping. Anyway, leaping, and the character seems to be a lot more aggressive now. There has been a few changes throughout it that I really like, and I'm excited to test out. It's probably going to be just as rage-inducing to now have, Hanzos that jump out in the middle of a fight and just, one-hit, 3 people. They're probably not going to one-hit them because they do 80 damage, but it's going to be hard, so I'm going to jump into that after this show and try it out. I'll probably bitch about it on Twitter after. Ana is also getting a buff. Now there's going to be... It's a quality of life change, and Blizzard's fantastic at making these small quality of life changes that really alter the game or help us out. So in the PTR currently, Ana now no longer hits allies if they've got full health already with her darts. They'll go through and they'll hit the enemy. Most annoying fucking thing is hitboxes, and if you accidentally clip the hitbox of a character that you weren't aiming for, it's like, okay, fuck that up. Also, small point, Blizzard's currently fucked up hitboxes. There is no good hitbox on Widowmaker, and I think the other bad hitbox is Mei at the moment. They have messed those up. So if you're having any problems killing Widowmakers and Meis, it's fine. That's going to be my excuse for the next couple of days till they fix it. Oh no, their hitbox is messed up. Oh no, not their hitbox. Not the hitbox indeed. But that's fine. We'll see it fixed up. If you haven't known, Season 10 of Competitive started out on, I believe it was Monday? Monday or Sunday. I'm going to say Monday. That Season 10 of Overwatch Competitive Season. And it's been a big change already. Brigitte is now in the game, and she's broken and dumb. One of the nerfs that are coming through is she is getting 50 armor removed from the total armor she gives to allies with her ulti from 150 down to 100. Thank fuck for that, but there needs to be more. So she's changed the meta completely. Now characters like Marbay, Junkrat are needed in every single freaking comp. Because it needs more spamming. The meta's going to keep changing quite rapidly for the next couple of weeks till we see what the guys in the Overwatch League are doing with that meta on Stage 4 when it comes out. Because at the minute it seems to be a 3 support meta with running 1 tank and 2 DPS, or the other way around. If with the tank and the DPS it doesn't seem to matter. It seems to be personal preference. But Overwatch is exciting, and it's probably why you guys have seen me play so much on stream. Not just because I have a minor addiction, but because, it's a game I want to be good at and passionate about, so hopefully I can find a good balance in the next week when I move my PlayStation and everything back into my office to, be able to play The Witcher, Dark Souls when it comes out. I want to stream Detroit when it comes out. We'll maybe go back and play God of War, but God of War's a hard one because I want it to look really good, and it won't on my screens because, I'm just a greedy man. But it's okay, and that's why I play Overwatch so much. I think I explained that. It's just because I'm passionate and I want to get good. So, bear with me. Enjoy my madness. Love me. But thank you very much. And, if you've got any questions about Overwatch or you want my opinions from a lowly silver player who hopefully has dreams of being so much better, then, yeah, please tweet them at your boy Ringo. Now, we're going to do something completely a bit different for my early late nights. So you're going to have to bear with me, audio listeners. We're going to be doing a watch-along for Red Dead Redemption 2. We're going to watch the trailer. I've watched maybe the first 20 seconds of this trailer while I've been editing and doing other things, but I haven't seen the full thing, so we're going to watch it. We're going to discuss Red Dead Redemption 2, where we're up to with that game, how that game's going to be received, how I feel about it. So let's jump right ahead and get into it. Put on the magic disappearing headphones that disappear. And where did I put that? There we go. Let us begin.
Listen to me. We don't want to kill any of you. But trust me, we will.
Okay.
Wake them up a little.
Oh, train. Keeping up a train.
This whole thing is pretty much done. We're more ghosts than people. You have got to keep faith. They will not crush us.
Okay. But, passing to myth, but this is the prequel, right? So...
Good old Dutch. My best friend. You know how we met? Pair of hucksters trying to rob each other.
I'm calling it a watch-along.
Back in 78 or thereabouts.
I know, late nights to watch along.
You have to love yourself
like,
a fire.
I like its aesthetic.
It's one of the blessings.
Kind of, okay, then that scene happened and I don't. Like the towns.
Sure, we can have fire. And we can have the knowledge of fire. But with that comes the knowledge of everything. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a robbery.
Sons of Dutch. Makes
of
us
Dutch.
brothers.
Oi.
Sometimes brothers make mistakes.
You'll never change. I know that.
All of you venerate savagery. And you will die savagely. Get out
You're
here!
gonna steal segments of Volunteer. Oh look, it's John Marston, right? Holy shit!
Stay strong.
Marston. One of them's an actor, one of them's a cowboy.
Stay
One of them's an
with
actor that acts as a
me.
cowboy.
You have to love yourself a fire.
October 26th. That's good. We already know the date, I think.
Product not yet rated.
It's not yet rated. So that was the latest trailer number 3 for Red Dead Redemption 2 that's coming out, October 26th. As we saw in that trailer, I'm getting berated by my fellow Explosion Network members because apparently that was a reaction on a watch-along, but we're watching along, you and I, on Explosion on early late nights. It's a watch-along. Listen along, if you will. But, you know, it's an interesting concept. Like, it's very cinematographic. Like, it's very close to a trailer for a movie in many ways compared to other gaming trailers we've had. I don't know. I'm a little confused by this game because the last thing I read that it was a prequel. Of course, it has to be a prequel because John Marston. But then, how can it use the tagline that, you know, the age of gunslingers is almost over when you have Red Dead Redemption, which is after this? Unless that's the end, and this is leading up to the end, so almost the end. I don't really know. I do not really know, everybody. But I'm tempered for this game. I am minutely. I'm very tempered for this game just because Red Dead Redemption I don't have that fond of memories with. I liked the idea of it, but I often found the horseback riding in that game a little bit tedious to get around places. Even like watching Dylan play it a couple months ago, I was kind of like, oh yeah, I remember this game. This doesn't quite have the excitement that I find with GTA, because I love GTA games. I'll put a decent amount of time into all GTA games because I still love them. I still find them enjoying. You know, enjoyable. I still find them enjoyable is the right words. There's for the trailer, I liked the trailer. I'm gonna go with like one up, one down. Apparently, that's a system that we have. One like thumbs. I'm gonna like do this though, like a cool gangster. This is my version of it. Gangster. For anybody watching at home, my middle finger's is also up with my thumbs. So just to keep you informed on the audio listeners, I said those watching at home or listening at home. If you're not listening at home, you don't know. You don't need to know. You just, you know, it is what it is for it. Oh God. I mean, yeah. So with this game, one of my favorite things about GTA is riding around listening to the radio for the game, in GTA, because I love the radio. But of course, Red Dead Redemption, you can't have a radio. I hope the story and the characters are interesting. I like some of the character designs. I do find them interesting. They're still, I don't know heaps, or I haven't read heaps, and I'm keeping myself pretty in the dark about this one. So it's it's going to be interesting when it comes out. I know Dylan's not very excited for this game. I'm like lukewarm. I don't think Nick or Ash are too excited for this game. So I'm going to guess that most of us will pick it up though. So we'll see when it comes out in October. Is the game worth its weight in gold? I really hope this game is built on the character relationships. It's built on the story between those characters, rather than being monotonous and grindy, which other games can be. Like Mafia 3 could have been purely built on its character story, where it was instead built on these grinds for different, doing different areas and grinding it out and getting through and doing it over and over and over again. It's a bit all over the place for me. So I really hope that they continue to give the story through its gameplay, rather than giving gameplay and then some story. Everything should be story based, really, except for, even side quests should be story of some kind, even if it's a story of its own. I'm a bit all over the place tonight. I'm super all over the place tonight, and I don't know why, but it's fine. Early Late Nights is whatever it wants to be sometimes. So what are your thoughts on Red Dead Redemption 2? Are you excited for it? Are you anticipating its release? Because a lot of people are excited for this game. I don't know why. A little bit. I just guess they have nostalgia, feelings and emotions, and of course for Rockstar. Tom said he won't come to PAX. That's right. So Tom from the Explosion Network will be taking part in this game, probably very big. I don't understand their love for it as much, I guess, because I don't have that love, but it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see what they can do, or the changes they can make for the game. Is there, what's the online mode going to be like? Because it's not going to be, I doubt it's going to be like the online mode for GTA, where they have some fucking ridiculous, every couple of weeks there's new cars being released, there's new ridiculous game modes. It'll be interesting to see how their designers come up with new content for that mode. Even though, running around as cowboys could be really fucking fun, but I also said a couple months ago, running around as pirates could be really fun in ships, and then I played it like 3 times, and I was like, I don't have friends that want to play these games, so I don't need them anyway. Yeah, you kind of do sometimes for online stuff, but it's fine. It's fine. And it's that time of the show. It's always that time of the show. Every time is a time of the show where we're going to go into the spotlight for the week. And this week's spotlight is very different, and it's not somebody that, so to speak, needs, doesn't need followers, don't need subscribers. They've definitely got those. But they're in a position of life that it's hard, and it's not interesting. It's hard, and it's almost really warming sometimes when people come together in the gaming community for moments like this. So this week's spotlight, I want to talk about Total Biscuit. So Total Biscuit is a very polarizing personality. Some people love him, some people dislike him, and he's all over the place a little bit as a critic. He got famous through his YouTube channel, through World of Warcraft and StarCraft, and then moved heavily into games critiquing and reviewing, where he continues his podcasting and YouTube channel. 2014, it was announced that he had bowel cancer, which is a very serious and critical illness that somebody his age shouldn't have to go through. He's still pretty young for that kind of thing, and it's a rough situation where anybody has to go through this. So somebody who has to go through it in such a public manner, so over 4 years now. So it was 2014, as I said, that he announced it. In the last week, Total Biscuit has announced that he is retiring, or semi-retiring, from his media his media position, because he's been told that he's beyond the point where chemotherapy can help him, and he is currently looking through and trying to find trials to help him out, to increase his life. He's lived a lot longer than somebody with this illness should, but at the minute there are trials that are turning him down because apparently they're too risky for a person who already has cancer. and already has a timer. So his statement on this was very humbling. He's going to carry on doing co-op videos instead of reviews with his wife and doing co-op games, and he hopes that his wife can carry on his gaming legacy. So we'll see how that happens in the future, but it's always hard, especially for communities, for people that love these personalities, these people that join their lives and become a very regular part of their life. And of course, it's hard with the friends and family of Biscuit. It's takes the words away a little bit, because I'd hate to think what would happen if like another member of our, if one of the 5 of us got this sick, or somebody that we're close like friends with would get this sick. So I hope that he's taking a bit of a step back from making content. He'll be making it a little bit coming out, but even though he's a polarizing personality, or has been a polarizing personality, still get behind him, still send through some message of support. He's left out quite a bit of information because he doesn't really want people to focus on how long he has left. Just as a gaming community, let's rally together. Let's give him some support. Let's let him know that, as a community, people do care. And they're there for him and his family and his friends, and we wish them all the best of luck. Thank you for the content that you've made, Biscuit. We appreciate it. And good luck with everything. Thank you. Now, it's coming to the end of the show. Thank you very much for joining me for this edition of Early Late Nights, the Explosion Network's gaming media podcast, gaming news podcast, not gaming media podcast. You might think we talk about, I don't know, gaming music. Well, sometimes I do talk about gaming music. It's gaming news anyway. Right here on twitch.tv/Explosion Network every Tuesday and Friday at 6:30 p.m. Australian Standard Time. Feel free to come along to any of our live recordings, have a chat with me, try and distract me, put me off, yell at me about loving Overwatch, and get involved with the show. Thank you very much to one of the guys for posting his YouTube links for him and his Twitter for Total Biscuit. So please go along to those, send him some support, give him some love. If you can't be here for any of our live shows, pick us up on the podcast 24 hours later at 7 p.m. on the Wednesday and the Saturday, where the VOD, the video and the audio will go up. Or check out our Twitch stream. Sometimes we put on a rerun, or it'll be in our archives if you want to check it out early and quickly on Twitch. Thank you very much for joining me. As always, we end each and every show with the 60 seconds of Media Madness, where I go through quickly, in 60 seconds, of course, that's why it's in the name, while I go through some news that I've missed from the week, and try and not overdo it or talk, I don't know. Fucking hell, let's go. Infinity Gauntlet has been found in God of War, or at least an Easter egg for it. Go dig for it if you've gotten through the game. Destiny will be changing the way FPS is played, or at least that's what its developers are saying. Destiny, I think I'm gonna have to call you out and say I don't think so, but good luck. Game Pass is for the Xbox One is currently $1. $1 for the next month, so you get a whole month. You get the State of Decay 2, which is the brand new exclusive that's coming out this month, as well as access to Sea of Thieves and a whole range of other old Xbox games, as well as their backwards compatibility games that are on the pass. Beyond Good and Evil 2 gameplay has surfaced in a recent stream with the developers. Stay tuned on Tuesday, where I'm going to talk more about that and bring you that gameplay, and we'll have a better in-depth look. God of War has been named the fastest selling exclusive on the PlayStation, and Fortnite Season 4 begins with a whole new map and jump rocks and anti-grav, and I'll talk about it next week. Thank you, goodbye! We're going to keep saying goodbye till I can find the credits. Where are the credits? There they are. Goodbye!